Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Puro Pinche Sports. I am your host, Jose Garza, and tonight we're going to be discussing this past weekend's UFC 262 card. More importantly, the main event. Tonight, I'm trying things a little different. Since I'm going solo tonight, don't want to just give you, talk about the fight. I want to give you my live reaction of how I was seeing the fight. I have my AirPods on. Just so I can listen to the fight while I'm discussing with y'all the play-by-play. If you watch UFC 262, where the vacant UFC lightweight title was on the line, Charles Oliveira on one corner, Michael Chandler on the other corner, man, I'll tell you right now, I didn't know which way this was going to go. I know Oliveira was a slight favorite. It wasn't big. It wasn't by much. But you just don't know, right? Because if you saw the fight, or if you saw the highlights of the fight, you know how close it was. You know how dangerous both men are, whether it's on the ground or on the stand-up. And you just don't know, right? You're thinking more, one's got the edge on the stand-up and another one on the ground. But you know what? Let me turn this fight on and let's get started. I already passed through the introductions, the height, reach advantages, all that shit. Charles Oliveira, Michael Chandler for the UFC Lightweight Championship. You won't be able to hear it. If you slightly do, I hope I don't get flagged. Dana White, I'm trying to tell you that I'm not trying to hear it. You should be able to hear it. You're right, but you never know. Play-by-play. First time ever going to try it. Let's see how it goes. Challenger versus challenger. Top contender versus top contender. Let's see how it goes, man. Oh, I was hyped. I don't know about you. I was hyped on Saturday. Oh, man. They're now in the corners. Ready to go. Michael Chandler doing the wrestler squat. Ready to go. Referee, let him go. Michael Chandler takes center. Oliveira meets him there. Ooh, leg kick. Trips up freaking Chandler. Oh, shit. There we go. Go another leg kick. Another leg kick. Going straight for the calves. Hurting. Oh, push kick to the face. My kid's crying. Sorry, son, if I woke you up. Man, here we go. Jab from Oliveira. Jab by Chandler, pushing him back to the cage. Ooh, man, I was hyped. You just didn't know which way this was going to go. And they were fiery early. We're only 30 seconds into the fight. Ooh. Oliveira threw a nice right hand after Michael Chandler started throwing left hooks. Oh, he clipped him. Michael Chandler clipped him with a left hook. Oh, Chandler. Ooh, guillotine. Oliveira going for the takedown, but he got choked. Oh, and it looked tight. The way Joe Rogan will say that, but it wasn't tight because Oliveira got out. He got busted up by that freaking left hook, and just Oliveira's a black belt in BJJ. I cannot see him getting submitted, but Michael Chandler just gave up his back. He rolled to his right, just instantly. Michael Chandler instantly gave up his back. Dangerous, definitely dangerous. Just said it. Black belt in jiu-jitsu. You just don't let that happen. Brazilian jiu-jitsu, dangerous. Have you not seen that he has the most finishes, submissions? God, I think he has 19 overall, right? All right. Now he's still hanging onto his back. He's trying to get that rear naked choke. Michael Chandler's already on his knees. He's picking him up. Backpacks out. Backpack drop. Oh, shit. But that was a terrible decision, honestly. If you see that fight, you don't drop yourself and just let, because now your back could be flat. And a master submission artist like freaking Oliveira, a jiu-jitsu artist, that is a dangerous decision. Now, at this point, you think it's almost over. It looks dangerous, but Michael Chandler's doing a great job hand fighting, making sure that Oliveira cannot grasp his hands, nowhere that he can put his arm underneath the neck. He's keeping his chin low, doing a very good job, but he's stuck. He's got the butterfly cross around the waist of Chandler. Oliveira's doing a great job, but he got cut up right here above his right eye. Oof. He's softening him up, hitting the ribs, hitting the face. What is Chandler going to do? Chandler rolls over. He gets into half guard. Oh, gets armbar, triangle. Oh, he gets out. What Chandler should have done is push back and make Oliveira stand up, but he stayed over him, trying to keep his dominance over him, but that's dangerous. Oliveira wants it on the ground. I don't like this at all. Oof. Up kicks. Oh, straight to the face. But he docks. But Chandler's doing beautiful work with those punches to the freaking ribs. Oh, nice leg kick. Oliveira still down. Hands up like this on his head. 2 minutes left in the round. Oof, oof. Leg kick. Oof. Oliveira's back up. Oliveira ate a small jab. Nothing too much. Here we go. Oh, Chandler pushing it back. Left hook. Right straight. Now he drops him. And this is where Oliveira's like this. Freaking just moving around. Trying to duck everything. Chandler gets a few good hits. Oh, my God. Dangerous position for right against the cage. Chandler's got him. Oh, my God. But he falls into the guard. No. What are you doing? You had dominance. Make him stand up. Make him stand up. Chandler was hype. He was thinking, this is my time. I'm about to win. I'm about to win. But he falls into his guard. That's what Oliveira would have wanted. Oh, but man, straight hit. More hits. More hits. Still dangerous because he's up against the cage. But Oliveira with the long legs, just he can control so much. But my God. Chandler, can he survive? Can Oliveira at this point survive? 75 seconds left in the first round. Dominant fight. The crowd, you love it. Houston, Texas, liven up. They were disappointing that night for the most part, except for the two fights that I'm majorly going to talk about. They're very disappointing because they do not understand mixed martial arts. Bunch of petty jump bitches. Anyways, God, with 48 seconds left, Chandler's still in the full guard of Oliveira. He's still on top, throwing some elbows, ground and pound, standing back up now. Oh, now he's got side control. There we go. Now he's got side control. But Oliveira's able to put him back into full guard. Instantly hugs him. He's like, I'm gonna take a break. I'm not gonna let you finish me off like this. If you saw that in controversy, there was judges saying that this was a 10-8 round. Where the fuck do you get that idea from? He didn't dominate Charles Oliveira enough for be a 10-8 round. In fact, for the first few minutes, Oliveira was in complete control as far as a rear naked choke, other shit. This is not a 10-8 round. It's definitely a 10-9 round for Chandler, but it's not a 10-8 round. 10-8 rounds and boxing and MMA are totally different. 3 seconds left. Oliveira survives. Oh, that's round one. Round one was crazy. So technical and precise was Chandler, but very dangerous for him to go and allow his back to get taken by a man like Charles Oliveira. Do Bronx. It's just stupid. I don't agree with it. He calls it anti-jiu-jitsu. Stop. Your wrestling's great and all, but it's, bro, sometimes it's just too dangerous. Beautiful calf kick, beautiful outside kick by Oliveira to start the fight and trip him down, mess him up. And he was doing good on the leg kicks, but man, the sequences, they went in there. Drew Bronx at this point is thinking, this is my career. This is my career on the line. I started okay, and then I struggled. I started 10-8 and won no contest. He's starting bad right here. That's how his career started. And right here, second round, when it starts, it's going to change. Things are going to change. You're going to see because you already know. If you saw the highlights, you already know. I don't have to say too much. I'm fucking hyped, dude. I was excited. I was pumped up. And this is after a long day, after going to a Tim Duncan Hall of Fame game. Good shit right here. Second round's about to start. Holy shit. The crowd is pumped. The crowd is pumped. Michael Chandler's confident. He just won that round. Charles Oliveira now takes the center of the cage first. But he gets aggressive. He's pushing Chandler back. Oh, drops him with the left hook. Drops him with the left hook. Right. Oh, knee strike. Right hand. Right hook. Left hook. Boom. Chandler's there. Oh, he drops him. And it's punches. Ground and pound. It's over. Call it. 19 seconds. Charles Oliveira, Drew Bronx is your new UFC lightweight champion. Holy shit. Oh my God. Oliveira jumps the cage, goes to the commentators. Surprise, surprise. He fucking just amazing. Now he goes to Dana White, bleeding all over him. Holy shit. What a fight. That was crazy. If you were there live, or if you watched the fight live, you felt the hype. You felt the passion of just watching Drew Bronx versus Chandler. You felt the passion of Drew Bronx coming back after a rough first round and destroying Charles Oliveira. He's in the crowd, like if it's Brazil, hugging family, hugging friends, loving the moment, embrace the moment, Charles Oliveira. Beautiful. You absolutely deserve it. I'm going to go ahead and pause that right now. Holy shit, man. That was an amazing, amazing fight. For as short as it was, if you want to say it was short, it was amazing. A total of 5 minutes and 19 seconds these fools fought. Charles Oliveira TKOs, finishes fucking Chandler. Oh, my God. It was freaking amazing. And what can you say, man? Drew Bronx, I was just saying that he started his career 10-8-1. Most guys that start their careers like that, you're known as just a 50-50 fighter. So what changed for Du Bronx? What changed for him to start up 10-8-1 and go on a 9-fight win streak, defeating the likes of Jim Miller, Clay Guida, Tony Ferguson, Michael Chandler? I mean, that's a list. Hell, even Kevin Lee. Give props to Kevin Lee for what he's done. But, dude, Du Bronx has come back from the dead. A man who has literally battled with weight issues, right? He missed weight times in lightweight, missed weight in times at featherweight. And it just, he never got anything right. And something changed in him. Something changed. His last loss was in 2017 against Paul Felder. Paul Felder's a really good fighter. Top 7 lightweight fighter. And just, bro, Du Bronx, major props, man, for you to reinvent your career, to change your life, to saying, I know I'm better than this. Guys, I was hell of impressed when I first saw him in 2010 on Versus. UFC on Versus. You don't know what that is because that shit's been canceled. That channel's been canceled. It's done. And to see how amazing he was his first 2 fights, the way his submission game was, you knew how great he was on the ground, but he had a problem with his weight, problem with his boxing. And he's adapted his career. He's adapted his life. He's fighting healthier at 155. His boxing has improved severely. Michael Chandler thought going into this fight, this is going to be something where he could take advantage of him. That for whatever reason, he didn't see Du Bronx having a strong will. That he's seen him fold before. Like once he gets hurt, he goes in the fetal position. And some people, the doubters, Du Bronx doubters, probably thought that when Michael Chandler was on top, blaming it on him, and you thought that it was going to be over. But no, Du Bronx said, I'm not done. I did not waste my life, the last 4 years, to bring myself back from hell, from MMA hell. Because if in boxing, 1 or 2 losses is the end of your career. And MMA, maybe about 3 or so, but this man took 8 losses and then came back roaring, and changed his life. And now is the number 1 guy in the UFC 155 division. Incredible. Just incredible matchup. So what's next for the champion? Let's start with him. Charles Oliveira, Du Bronx. He's got some interesting matchups possibly coming up ahead. We know on July 10th at UFC 264, it's Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor, the trilogy fight. I wouldn't necessarily say Conor McGregor needs to be in the title picture if he were to win. Like, he just shouldn't get a title shot. But financially, which is what really matters in the end, they'll make that happen. I'm going to lean towards Dustin. I think Dustin's mindset, his passion has been fully on MMA, on fully achieving his dream of becoming a UFC champion. Conor McGregor, for as great and wonderful as he's been, his controversies, his brashness, his everything that he's done for the sport of MMA, for his own career, his legacy, I just don't feel he's been fully committed to the game as young Conor McGregor. Let's say it, pre-Floyd Mayweather. Pre-Floyd, Conor McGregor was in it, fighting forever, taking a rematch with Nate Diaz like 3 or 4 months after his loss to him, instantly, not waiting for shit, wanting shit, readjusting his career. This is the man, Conor McGregor, that we're talking about. Pre-Floyd, talking shit to everybody, destroyed Dustin Poirier, beat Chad Mendes, finished Jose Aldo in 13 seconds, takes an L to Nick Diaz, but comes back in a fight of the year fucking candidate against him back in a 5-round war, goes on to defeat Eddie Alvarez to become the double champ, UFC lightweight and featherweight champion. That was Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor we've seen since. He's lost to Khabib. He beat Donald Cerrone, which is not saying much, honestly, anymore. No offense to Donald, a great career, but he's just not been the same. And taking a loss to Dustin. He's just not been the same, right? We were seeing him get finished more and more, and it just, the heart doesn't seem to be in there. Beating Donald is great, but it wasn't the Donald that of like 5 years ago. If that was a fight, Donald 5 years ago versus Conor McGregor, oof, sign me up. I mean, I paid for the fight either way, right? But sign me up for that, Donald. Oof. Anyways, so Dustin Poirier, I think will become the number one contender, and will after he defeats Conor McGregor and a great fight. I think it's going to be a great fight. Conor will be motivated, but I think Dustin's going to be able to pull it off. And then do Bronx and Dustin can go at it. And I'll say my prediction for that fight if and when it comes. As for Michael Chandler, the man promised 12 months. He says 12 months from now, I'm going to be back in the title picture and I'm going to win the UFC lightweight title. That's a tough task, man. Lightweight division is the most dangerous division, my favorite division in the UFC. So what do you have as far as possible contenders to fight? Well, you got Justin Gaethje, who hasn't fought since Khabib retired back in late October 24th. You got Beneil Dariush, who we're going to talk about in just a bit, just on a nice 7-fight win streak. You know, if you could maybe get a matchups with both of them, pass them both up in 12-month span, I can see Dana White giving Michael Chandler another title shot. I really can. Michael Chandler is a great talker. He's a great fighter. He's taking some weird losses that to this day some people can't explain. The Will Brooks dual losses to start his first two losses in his career. Don't know where the fuck that happened there. Will Brooks is like, he won those fights, went to UFC, and then fluttered away into nothing. But in this case, Michael Chandler got a little eager, overexcited. He was about to, in his head, he's about to win the championship. And honestly, like I was saying while we were play-by-play, he should have backed up. He should have let Dubrocks, because you're gonna knock him out. Dubrocks can't stay down there. The ref's gonna pick him up. So back up. Don't go to his game, because as soon as you got in his full guard, bro, I mean, it's tough to get out of it, but it's tougher to you're wasting time. So, anyways, I think that Beneil Dariush and Justin Gaethje should be his two next fights. I know Dariush wants to take the rest of the year off, so he can be the fight after maybe a Justin Gaethje. I don't feel like Chandler took a lot of damage in his loss with Charles Oliveira. I think it's not like enough to say, he needs to be out 6 months. I think he can come back in fairly 4 or 5 months. And if he can capitalize that win over Justin, if he can beat him, and Justin's a tough match, sign me up. If he can get past him, or I say the winner of that fight, whoever wins gets Beneil Dariush for number one contender. And, next year, next May or April, we can see, either Chandler or any of the other two names I just mentioned fight. Man, this lightweight division is crazy. It's got everything, man. It's got jiu-jitsu, it's got boxing, it's got craziness from top to bottom. It feels refreshed and renewed. I love Khabib Nurmagomedov. I think he's a great, talented fighter. But the problem that began with him as soon as he became champion, he only fought once a year. And then in a stacked division as the lightweight division, that holds the division back. So I'm hoping Oliveira fights a little more, maybe 2-3 fights a year, make it consistent, or whoever's the champion, right? Because we need the division to move around. It's just jumbled up. All right. So let's carry on to the co-main event. Beneil Dariush defeats Tony Ferguson, handing him his third straight loss in unanimous decision. And it's just all 30-27. Like there was nothing that said, Tony had a chance as soon as, the strike started happening. Tony Ferguson, El Cucuy, doesn't have that it factor, the one that's just like, I'm gonna put fear in you. Like when you saw fights with Tony Ferguson, you felt like his opponents felt his presence, like a dark shadow just looming over him, like he's about to whoop your ass. And you're gonna put up a fight, but his fight is gonna be a lot deadlier. Anthony Pettis felt that fury. God, who was the one that he destroyed viciously? Kevin Lee, bro. Ese Barbosa, the Darce chokes, the Bravo chokes. I mean, he just did so much damage on the ground and striking. And while he was still doing his weird, awkward ducking and bobbing that got him into the where he wasn't fighting Chris. He was getting hit. He was getting touched. Dean Thomas, former UFC fighter, was on the broadcast, side broadcast, with the commentators, and he was talking about how Tony hadn't, cleaned up his fundamentals leading up to this point in his career. He relied so much on taking damage, ducking weirdly, and elbow strikes and other stuff, but he didn't take the fundamentals of getting taken down in wrestling, the fundamentals of the ground game, the longevity, things that will keep you, from a young age, developed even like throughout as you get older. And Tony's old, guys. Like, he's already, 37, 38? Let me confirm. 37. That's older than MMA. Let's be honest. And I love El Cacoy. He's been one of my favorites since his Tough series when he was on there, I think season 13 with Brock Lesnar and Junior Dos Santos. So he was on Team Lesnar. And he had a little controversy there, right? I mean, Tony always has controversy a little bit when it comes to what he says and shit like that. But yeah, man, I think it's done for Tony Ferguson. I said it on Facebook. I said it on Twitter. If he couldn't beat Beneil Dariush, if he couldn't get the old Tony back after the losses to Du Bronx, after the loss to Justin Gaethje, you're not. And then I'm not to throw shade at Beneil Dariush, but you're taking a loss to Beneil Dariush, you're admitting that you're done. Like, he was ranked number 9. You were ranked number 5. You were one of the top contenders ever. Like, we wanted to see Khabib versus Tony for the longest time. Sad to see that we'll never get to see that fight. You can recreate that fight on UFC 4 or whatever version they're on right now, but sad day. I know he wants to come back. I know he wants to come to war and he's pissed and all that shit, but I just don't. I'm going to cheer for him, but I hate to see this downward spiral. It's great when you're on top or you get close to the top, but you fall hard, man. You fall when you slip. And the Justin Gaethje fight was just the beginning of the end. And then, can we talk real quick about how strong-willed is Tony Ferguson, though? Because that man got stuck in a heel hook, and that tore some ligaments. Like, you tap. I don't care who you are. You tap instantly. You don't let ligaments, you don't let joints, nothing go bad. And Tony was in there, 7 seconds? And that might not seem long, but in a heel hook and in a masterful submission artist way, that's forever, man. Tony screamed. And he started throwing up kicks to get released, but Beneil Dariush heard a pop, and that was oof. So, man, congrats to Beneil Dariush, man. What an improvement from his career. He changed his life as well, and now he's on the road to becoming a championship contender. I don't think a title shot is next in his future. I think he's definitely one of the guys I was talking about earlier. Whether it's like a Chandler or a Gaethje, I think that's going to be a great fight. I know Gaethje and Dariush are under the same management with Ali Abdelaziz. I'm sorry, my man, if I mispronounce her name. I'm terrible at that. But I think they're willing to fight, so that'll be interesting to see. And then the next fight I want to talk about, another huge fight that, what is it? Fight of the night, man. Fight of the night. If you didn't have this bet as fight of the night, anything with Edson Barbosa, fight of the night. Anything with Shane Burgos, fight of the night. And these two collided, man. Like, back and forth they went, destroying each other, one another. Left hooks, right hooks, kicks, spin shots, spinning back fists, spinning kick, body kicks. Just a fight. The crisp boxing of Burgos just being in there, like able to stand toe to toe. But what an amazing ending to that great fight. And it's the first time I've seen it. I don't think I've ever seen it in boxing. And I know I've never seen it in MMA, where they're going at it, and Edson Barbosa hits him with a right hook, clean, and it looks like Shane Burgos takes it well. And then all of a sudden, his body just starts shutting down, and he's starting to stumble back, like, oh shit. He doesn't know what's going on. His body literally shut down like 3-4 seconds after the hit because he gets hit, takes it like a champ, like he's good, and then just, oh shit, and then he falls back in the back of the cage, and then he just limps forward, face down. And the ref calls it because it's done. Like, holy crap, what an amazing performance by Edson Barbosa. What an amazing performance by Sharon Burrows. I mean, those two guys just killed one another. And it was just so much respect between the two. And so much, and it was the mastery of like mixed martial arts. That and the Oliveira and Chandler fight. Like, these just show you that you don't need just one type of fighting, whether it's boxing or kickboxing. You can have a ground game, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and I'm talking about both fights. I'm not just talking about one. And you're mastering. You're showing that this is mixed martial arts, because what I feel like a lot of fans tend to lose sight of, that it's called mixed martial arts. They think it's just, let's see a knockout. Let's see a TKO. Let's see blood, and these guys just not going back and forth, neither of them falling. I think people lose sight of that. It's called mixed martial arts. It's boxing, it's kickboxing, it's jiu-jitsu, it's judo, it's karate, it's Muay Thai. It's a lot of different, styles that go in there. Sambo wrestling. I mean, just, we need to show a lot of respect to these mixed martial artists, because one-trick ponies do never go big. They're very rare in sight, and I think we need to show a lot of respect and gratitude for these fighters. And the reason I was getting on the Houston crowd earlier is because they were booing two fights. The Beneil Dariush and Tony Ferguson fight, a lot of it had to be because they're heavy Tony Ferguson and they hated Beneil. But I mean, it was a masterclass performance by Beneil. Like, Tony has to do something to get out of the freaking, stuck on the ground. Beneil's doing his job. And you don't think fighters want to stand up and fight? They do, but the smart fighters, the champions, they do what's best in their arsenal. And what's best is to keep Tony Ferguson on the ground. They were also booing the third fight on the main card, the Rogerio Monturin versus the Matt Schnell fight. And I don't understand why they were booing. It made no sense to me. That was a good fight. They were going at it. They weren't like, okay, I'm going to wait about a minute. I'm not going to throw a punch or a jab and just back up a little bit. Back up a little bit. No, they were fighting. They were going at each other, and the crowd had the audacity to boo. Houston, boo your fucking selves. Boo your Houston Astros, you cheating bums. Boo your Houston Rockets, last in the league. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. Boo your, thank you, Wedo, my dog. He's throwing up at the thought of Houston sports teams. Throw up on your Texans, who have like 5 quarterbacks because they don't know if Deshaun Watson's going to show up or not. Boo your sports teams. Don't boo the UFC MMA fighters. Those guys are class acts. They fucking went out there and they gave you a show. Boo your sports teams. And then, and to cap it off, let me move on to the last fight I'm going to talk about. This is the main event of the prelims. Andre Munoz, Munoz versus Jacare Souza. Wow. What a way to end Ronaldo Jacare Souza's UFC career. One of the best middleweights ever to never win, to never be able to claim or even I don't even challenge for the UFC middleweight title. He was always so close, and then for whatever reason, they never just gave him the title shot when he was like right there. And then he started taking a series of losses, and now he's on a 4-fight losing streak, and just what can we say, man? Jacare Souza's a legend, and Andre Munoz, congratulations, man. If you didn't see the fight, what happened was Munoz caught, as a jiu-jitsu master that Souza is, he left his left arm wide open. Like he wasn't guarding it close. He was anything like that. He had it wrapped around him after Munoz. And then Munoz saw that his hand's just there, and his other hand's nowhere close to like grab it to like hook it and just keep the fence. So Munoz gets it in an arm bar, and pop, you hear snap, like you hear it. Check out the replay where they don't have the commentary talking, because that's the one you hear it. Because when you're hearing the commentary, we're talking, you don't hear shit. And then they show the replay without commentary. Daniel Cormier had to take off his headset because he doesn't want to hear that shit, right? He already traumatized with the Chris Weidman shit leg break last month, and now this is happening. So they play it, and you hear the, and you're like, oh my god, and it's just like, oh my god. So he didn't tap. The ref heard it too, and Munoz let it go, and he called the fight. It's just like there's just no reason. Technical submission, arm break. He can't continue. It's over. Like, oh my god. And I believe it's an arm that's been broken before in the previous fight. I can't remember. I can't recall who instantly right now. It said on the broadcast. But man, what a way to end your career in the UFC. He just got released today. UFC 262 is a great card. I've been loving the last few cards more since 260 with the Preston and Gunner win, 261 with top to bottom best card. I think I made that my number one. I know I was big on 260. 261 killed it. 262 was decent. It had good fights there, but it wasn't like the barn burners, knockouts and finish submission wins and shit like that 261 had. But anyways, check it out if you haven't seen it. It's on ESPN Plus, or check out the highlights on YouTube or wherever you can find it. I'm ready to talk about some basketball now, and that's gonna be for next episode. NBA playoffs started. Are about to start this weekend. The Wizards just eliminated the Pacers, and they're headed to the NBA playoffs to face the 76ers. Play-in tournaments, beautiful. Before I go off the air. But thank you guys for joining us tonight, or joining me tonight, I should say. All right, running solo tonight. Love talking about UFC. Love talking about MMA. Great card. Please check it out. Please check out that fight. The Chandler Oliveira fight. Beautiful. Mastery of martial arts. Check out Barbosa versus Burgos. Mastery of martial arts. I am Jose Garza. I'm your host of Puro Pinche Sports. Follow us on Instagram at Puro Pinche Sports Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Pinche Sports Pod. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, guys. All the support, I truly appreciate it. Moving forward, we're gonna continue having more guests on, more contributors joining the pod party. Man, I can't wait to talk about the NBA playoffs. If you want to talk about other sports, let me know. DM me. We are Puro Pinche Sports, and we are out.